Before we start up with the division phase, there is one more important topic here, that is the formation of new DNA. During the S phase, what is happening? The DNA is being synthesized. How the DNA is being synthesized, that is important here to note. Just see this diagram. Here you can see a DNA double helix. This structure I have told you. This is a DNA double helix. During the DNA replication, synthesis, we call it by a scientific term DNA replication. So when DNA is replicating, it is unwinding. You can see here the two strands are unwinding, they are separating. The parent strand is separating into two strands. Blue color one is the parent strand. Now one parent strand is opened this way and the other is going that way. Now every parent strand is getting a complementary strand synthesized, which I have denoted here with a pink color. Can you see? The blue one is the parent strand, whereas the pink one is the new strand which is being synthesized on the parent strand. And again, I told you in the previous class, it is because of the complementary base pairing. Adenine will be forming two hydrogen bonds and joining with thymine, and guanine will be forming three hydrogen bonds and joining with cytosine. Same complementary base pairing occurs here also, and then they are forming the new strand on the template, you understand, template of the old strand. Clear? Coming on to another diagram. See here, I have depicted it more clearly here. This is a parent strand. The first diagram, this here, the parent strand double helix. Here the parent strand is opening. It is opening in this direction, and when it is opening, the new strand is continuously formed on the old strand. See here the movement. Further, it unzips, it opens, it uncoils, and the synthesis, the replication of the new strand progresses in this direction, and then we have got two newly synthesized DNA strands which have complementary, that means here one strand of parent and one strand which is newly synthesized on the template of the parent strand. Clear? Just observe this diagram clearly and you will understand the replication process. Okay, continuing again. The next is, what do you understand? Till now we have discussed about the preparation of cell cycle. So can cell cycle go on endlessly? Is there some end to the cell cycle, or they continue throughout our lifetime and all the cells of the body keep on dividing? What will happen if all the cells of the body will keep on dividing as they are dividing when we are young? Our body will never stop growing. It will keep on growing, and the size will keep on increasing. But that is not the case. That certainly means that the cells are dividing for certain time, then they are dividing not at the same pace at which they were dividing earlier. So, at some places, the cell cycle stops permanently. At some places in our body, the cell cycle is stopped temporarily, and at some places in our body, they are undergoing cell cycle as and when required. If we talk about the nerve cells, the brain and the nerve cells, they are not dividing once they are formed in the embryo. That is why once dead, these nerve cells cannot be replaced because they cannot divide now. If we talk about liver cells may divide only once every 1 or 2 years to replace the damages or destroyed cells. So that is also a very less rate, a very low rate at which it is dividing. If we talk about our surface skin, these are continuously renewed and the underlying cells are replacing the old and worn out cells of the top layer. The large portion of the household dust which comes out at your house daily while cleaning the house, they contain human skin cells. The powdery material, sometime when you scratch your hand, scratch your skin or something, this white kind of thing, powdery thing that comes out, contains dead cells. Okay, if we talk about plants, the meristems, you have studied about meristematic tissues. They are present at the growing parts, so they continuously divide to give rise to flowers, leaves and buds. Similarly, if we talk about the germinal cells of the ovary and testis in animals or humans, or ovary in and anthers in plants, they undergo the specially the second type of cell division, that is meiosis, to produce the sex cells. So division is as and when required in the body in some parts. If the cells will be dividing uncontrollably inside our body in some organ, if it starts dividing and cannot be stopped and is dividing uncontrollably, then it may give rise to a tumor which may or may not be malignant. That is, which may or may not be cancerous. So that is also a very uh, bad effect, you can say, of the cells when they are dividing endlessly. So how we understand why the cells cannot be produced at the same pace as we were young? Yeah, it's not now, and when we will grow old, the cells will be less dividing, because when we are children and we are growing, the new cells are continuously being produced, and at the same time the cells are dying, but the pace at which the new cells are being formed is much greater as compared to the rate at which the older cells are dying. So what is the ultimate effect? Rise in the number of cells, so growth takes place. When and if we talk about an adult, when the adult has reached the stature, a particular height and stature, he has grown up. Now what happens? The rate of formation of new cells is exactly equal to the rate of the dying cells. So there is an equilibrium is maintained. So there the number of new cells produced is equal to the number of cells dying, so there is no growth seen. Can you imagine what happens when a person ages and become older, grows older? What happens there? The number of new cells which are produced in the body are running short in number than those which are dying. So this decides the age. This cell cycle is also being controlled, also being monitored by the age, and is also telling us what will be the age of the person, because during the childhood time when the growth period is there, pace will be different. During the adulthood, pace of the cell division will be different. During the old age, the pace at which the cell cycle will occur will be different. Okay, so I think that is all for today. It was quite a long session. I think you must have enjoyed, because it was a very interesting topic. If you will correlate with your body structures and body parts, the assignment for today can be just match up with your parents. Try to find out what characteristics are same between you and your father, and what characters are same between you and your mother. It will not I am not telling you just to it's just for fun, just for your uh, and being enthusiastic for that, and inquisitively just ask your parents, do you do like this? Papa, do you do like this? I also do like this, so that means I have inherited this property from you. So how are you inheriting these properties? Through the genes. Clear? So you will read the chapter till the point I have taught you today, and in the next class we shall be continuing together again. It is very important to read every day whatever is being taught in the class. If you will revise and watch the video once or twice, maybe depending on your pace, you can learn and understand the things side by side, and try to clear up your confusions while asking. After watching the video, you can text me, you can post it over the GCR, and your queries will be resolved. Okay, thank you so much. All the best.